welcome to my video on my three artworks. So my three artworks are, this is the first one, which represents a mural. This is my second one, which shows the pyramid or temple. This is my third one, which is also a mural, but this one depicting the great goddess. Okay, so for my first artwork, we're going to do this mural. Murals could be found in Teotihuacan in all kinds of places, such as the apartment complexes that most of them were adorned in murals. In this mural, as you can see, there's a jaguar, and he has what look like maybe are not spikes, but like, well, maybe scales, and he is drinking from a jar, which is he's probably drinking blood as the drops were red, and there's a headdress, so maybe it was a person's blood that maybe the jaguar killed. As you can see, the color red is very prominent with in Teotihuacan. It it can be found on everything. It was I think red was probably their favorite color. I think it would be a safe assumption to make. There are also symbols up here. I am not too sure what they are. This maybe is like a crown or a headdress like this one. It's a star with fangs that is leaking things out with goggly eyes, which kind of reminds me of Tlaloc, the goggles and the fangs from the Aztecs. Okay, for the second one, it is the temple or the pyramids. This is the temple of the serpent, of the serpent, of the serpent, I believe. As you can see here, is because it has the hieroglyphics or the murals. This one shows what looks like. This one was people believe that was used for human sacrifice and to bury warriors, as there was remains found in the temple. This is one of three. There's the temple of the sun, the temple of the moon, and this is the temple of the serpent. Um, all three of them were in the, I guess you can call it town square. And to get there, you had to take the the street of the dead, which is a very long road, and it was kind of like ceremonial. Walking through there, it's kind of like you felt like you were walking to a big event. Um, these these pyramids are aligned with like celestial bodies in the sky, and they were also used to tell time. Like for one of the pyramids, the sun would hit at a certain angle, and it would show when the winter solstice was starting, the summer solstice, and the time in between. Um, as you can see, it is red here. As I said, red was probably their favorite color. And then, so what they try to do is they try to make the pyramids kind of look like the mountains, which was information I got from the Native America video, because they kind of wanted it to like be like natural. They believed a lot in natural order, and and they design things down to a T, as their whole city is kind of like grid like. And for this third one, many people have really debate. They don't really know who she is. They call her the great goddess, but they don't really know what she represents or what she had to do with the culture. Many scholars believe that she is a deity. Some prominent feature that you can see is her headdress, which is very huge and has a predator bird in the middle. She has ear spools, and she wears a nose pendant that has fangs. The the headdress and the nose pendant are the most consistent in different depictions of her. You can see she also has kind of like bead brace net bracelets, which if they are, then she also has a bead necklace. Um, Here she is depicted with her hands wide open, kind of like wanting the people to come to her. And for there, you can see like skulls and stuff. Because some scholars believe that maybe she was the goddess of the afterlife and of death and fertility, as she is welcoming people. This is the top half of a mural, a much bigger mural. The bottom half shows that she is kind of rooted into the ground, which is why many people believe that she has something to do with the afterlife and death. Um, there are other depictions of her where instead of showing like skulls and human remains, there's water. So some people also believe she has something to do with agriculture due to that. And also because there has been, well, yeah, because of the water. This mural was found in the Teotihuacan compound in 1942 by the archaeologist Alfonso Caso, as the article "The Great Goddess of Teotihuacan" informed us. There have been many theories on what she is. One theory, as I said, is that she is the goddess of fertility and death, and some other scholars also believe she is the goddess of darkness, either water, the earth, and or war. One scholar, one popular opinion, I mean, is that the depictions that look similar to her are all different deities that just look similar. Like as I said, really nobody has no clue who she is or anything like that. They're all assumptions, or really there's not really much to know on Teotihuacan, as everything we know, all the names and everything came from the Aztecs, because we can't really figure out what the hieroglyphics mean or any of that, as most stuff is buried. They're hoping in the future, as more stuff is uncovered, they can learn more about the culture and the city and the people. Like we don't even know the name of the people. We just call them Teotihuacanians, because we have no clue to what they were called or anything about kind of the culture. What we what little that we know, we kind of figure out through the murals, the architecture, and the paintings. Yes, that was pretty much it, and thank you for listening.